Atlanta is shaking right now. It's been a shocking new revelation that nobody saw coming. Rasheeda has finally opened up, and what she revealed has left fans stunned, furious, and heartbroken. For years, she has stood by Kirk Frost through scandal after scandal, betrayal after betrayal, but now the truth she just dropped has pushed everything into chaos. According to Rasheeda herself, Kirk didn't just threaten to leave her. He went even further. He allegedly proposed to Jasmine, the very woman at the center of their most explosive love and hip-hop drama. Yes, you heard that right. While Rasheeda was fighting to hold her marriage together, Kirk was allegedly plotting a future with someone else. And the way this bombshell came out is through Rasheeda's raw, emotional confession that had fans across social media gasping for breath. Within minutes, hashtags like #team, RASHEED, #KirkExposed, and #JasmineProposal flooded timelines. Leaked DMs, secret audio clips, and whispers from inside the set have only made this scandal darker and messier. Rasheeda's tears, Kirk's threats, and Jasmine's silence have turned this into one of the wildest love and hip-hop twists ever, and fans are demanding answers. And here's the kicker. Insiders are already saying there's much more waiting to be exposed. For more than a decade, Rasheeda and Kirk Frost's marriage has been the beating heart of love and hip-hop. Atlanta. Their love story, once celebrated as one of hip-hop's most glamorous partnerships, has slowly transformed into one of reality TV's most controversial roller coasters. Fans have watched them laugh, fight, break down, and rebuild, yet, no matter how bad it got, Rasheeda always seemed determined to stand by her man. But behind that resilience has always been a storm. Kirk's reputation has never been spotless, from sneaky behavior to explosive arguments caught on camera. He's often been portrayed as the husband who pushed Rasheeda to her limits. Every season seemed to bring a new test: suspicious phone calls, late-night parties, and whispers of side relationships that constantly threatened to derail the marriage. And then came Jasmine. Washington. When Jasmine first appeared in the storyline, it felt like just another subplot of Lectile's never-ending drama. But when the rumors of her alleged relationship with Kirk exploded, everything changed. The revelation that Jasmine had a child and Kirk was accused of being the father sent shockwaves across the cast, the fans, and most painfully Rasheeda. The emotional fallout from that scandal nearly tore the Frost family apart. Rasheeda's heartbreak played out on national television, with fans rallying behind her as she tried to process betrayal at the deepest level. Still, against all odds, Rasheeda chose to fight for her marriage. She faced Jasmine on camera. She endured public humiliation. And she tried to forgive Kirk. Fans questioned her decision. But Rasheeda remained determined. Her family, her brand, and her loyalty to her vows meant more than giving up. But now, that loyalty is being shattered in a way that feels irreversible. In her recent confession, Rasheeda revealed the one thing fans never imagined: that Kirk not only threatened divorce during their darkest days, but he also allegedly went as far as proposing to Jasmine. The shock of that revelation has ripped open old wounds. It's forcing fans to re-examine every moment, every scene, every confrontation over the past few years. Insiders say this isn't just Rasheeda lashing out a truth she's been carrying for years, a truth that finally spilled over when she could no longer hold it in. According to sources close to production, Rasheeda's confession came during an unplanned raw breakdown while cameras were rolling. One insider whispered she was in tears. She said Kirk told her if she didn't stop questioning him, he'd. Lavonda admitted Jasmine was the one he thought he could build a future with. Everyone on set froze. Nobody knew what to say. The betrayal feels even more brutal when you look back at Rasheeda's sacrifices. She stood by Kirk, not just in public, but in private, managing the household, holding down businesses, and constantly trying to rebuild trust. Yet behind the scenes, Kirk allegedly dangled divorce papers as a threat. manipulating her with ultimatums while keeping Jasmine as his escape option. Fans who once speculated that Kirk's involvement with Jasmine was nothing more than a fling are now left speechless. If Rasheeda's confession is true, this wasn't a fling at all, it was an almost marriage. A betrayal deeper than anyone realized. Twitter lit up with fury the moment Rasheeda's confession surfaced. One fan wrote, "This woman gave Kirk everything, and he was proposing to Jasmine." Another posted, "The disrespect is beyond repair. Rasheeda deserves better, period." But as explosive as Rasheeda's words are, whispers suggest this is only the tip of the iceberg. Cast members are reportedly divided, some siding with Rasheeda, others whispering that Jasmine knew about the proposal all along. The tension on set has reached boiling point, with producers scrambling to contain the fallout before it completely derails filming. What makes this revelation even more devastating is that Rasheeda has always been the one to take the high road. Unlike others who explode on camera, she has often held back, keeping her pain private. So for her to open up now, in such raw detail, suggests the betrayal cut deeper than anything we've seen before. And if fans thought this was the peak of the drama, they're wrong, because Rasheeda's confession may just be the first domino in a series of explosive revelations waiting to come out. The confession came like thunder on a clear day. Rasheeda, sitting under the hot studio lights, her voice trembling but fierce, finally spoke the words fans had been whispering about for years. "Kirk told me straight up. I didn't stop questioning him. If I didn't get off his back about Jasmine, he'd divorce me. And the part that cut me the deepest, he told me he had already proposed to her." The room froze. Cast members' jaws dropped. Even the producers, usually unshaken by drama after years of filming love and hip-hop, Atlanta stood stunned. Nobody dared interrupt her. Rasheeda's eyes welled with tears as she continued. "Do you know what it feels like to fight for your marriage while the man you're fighting for is telling another woman he wants her to be his wife? To be his future?" Her words cracked, raw with pain. It wasn't the controlled Rasheeda fans were used to. This was the Rasheeda who had been holding secrets so heavy they were crushing her spirit. Fans watching the leak of this segment later couldn't believe what they heard. One tweeted, "Rasheeda stayed through everything, and this is what Kirk was doing behind her back. She deserves the world." Another raged, "So Kirk had a whole proposal lined up for Jasmine while Rasheeda was at home raising his kids. I'm sick." The betrayal wasn't just shocking, it was savage. For years, Kirk had painted Jasmine as a mistake, a scandal he was forced into. But Rasheeda's words suggested otherwise. This wasn't an accident, okay? This was a calculated choice. And then came the twist that made everything darker. Moments after Rasheeda's confession, crew member leaked audio, allegedly a private conversation between Kirk and Jasmine recorded years ago during the height of their scandal. In the clip, Kirk's voice is heard saying, "If Rasheeda leaves, I'll marry you tomorrow. You know I want this." Jasmine's soft laugh followed, and then her reply, "I'm ready when you are." The internet detonated. The audio, whether authentic or not, spread like wildfire across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Fans who once believed Jasmine was just the other woman now saw her as someone Kirk had seriously considered building a life with. Hashtags like #KirkExposed, #JasmineProposal, and #JazEEDA deserves better dominated global trends. Edits of the audio circulated with dramatic music, paired with Rasheeda's tearful confession. Even celebrities weighed in. K. Michelle posted a cryptic tweet. "This why I never believed in their fairy tale marriage." Tamar Braxton added, "Ain't nothing worse than fighting for a man who already gave your spot to somebody else." But the betrayal cut deeper still. According to insiders, Rasheeda revealed that Kirk not only threatened divorce, but allegedly waved actual divorce papers at her during one of their worst fights. He had the papers in his hand. He told me, "You keep pushing me. I'll sign these and be with Jasmine tomorrow. I'll never forget that moment. Her words shook the set. Carly read, "Never one to stay quiet," allegedly gasped so loud it stopped production. Young Jock muttered under his breath, "Damn, that's cold." Even castmates who had criticized Rasheeda in the past were silent, the weight of her truth settling like a bomb in the room. And while Rasheeda's voice carried heartbreak, there was anger too. I stayed. I forgave. I swallowed my pride for the family, for our kids, for the image. And this whole time, he had another plan. Fans watching online were torn between rage and heartbreak. Some praised Rasheeda for her strength. Others begged her to finally walk away. A trending TikTok edit showed her crying alongside the caption, "She stayed loyal to betrayal." But here's the cruelest part, Rasheeda wasn't done. In her emotional confession, she dropped a hint that shook fans to their core. Jasmine wasn't the only one he made promises to. The set erupted. Castmates shouted questions. Producers scrambled to calm the chaos. But Rasheeda refused to elaborate, at least not yet. The cliffhanger was brutal. If Kirk had proposed to Jasmine, who else had he made promises to? That one line set off a frenzy of speculation. Social media went wild with theories. Was there another woman in Kirk's orbit we didn't know about? Had he been dangling marriage? Proposals as a way to manipulate multiple women at once. Reddit threads exploded with fans dissecting old episodes, rewatching scenes for hidden clues, and then the ultimate first twist. An anonymous gossip account posted a cryptic message alongside. A blurry photo of Kirk allegedly at dinner with another woman. The caption read, "Jasmine wasn't the only one. Receipts dropping soon." The internet froze. Could Rasheeda's heartbreaking hint be true? Was Kirk not only proposing to Jasmine, but entertaining others as well? The betrayal narrative, already devastating, now spiraled into something even bigger. This wasn't just a love triangle. This was a web of secrets, threats, and promises that painted Kirk not just as unfaithful, but as manipulative on a scale nobody imagined. For Rasheeda, the confession was raw and painful. But for fans, it was only the beginning. Because if the first leak was real, then the next receipts could completely blow the Frost marriage apart once and for all. The set was already shaking from Rasheeda's raw confession. But the storm was just beginning. As soon as word spread that Kirk had not only threatened divorce, but actually proposed to Jasmine, the internet went into overdrive. But nothing could prepare fans or the cast for what happened next, hours after the confession clip leaked online. A notorious gossip account dropped the bomb. A blurry photo of Kirk sitting at an upscale Atlanta restaurant with a woman who was not Rasheeda and not Jasmine either. Its caption read, "Told y'all Jasmine wasn't the only one. Atlanta, receipts don't lie." The image immediately went viral. Twitter went feral, with fans dissecting every pixel of the photo. It recent? Who was the mystery woman? Could this be the other promises Rasheeda hinted about? The hashtags #Kirk exposed again and #another woman trended within hours. Producers tried to calm the chaos on set. It was too late. The rumors were already bleeding into the show. Carly read, "Never one to bite her tongue," confronted Kirk directly. "You mean to tell me while you had Rasheeda crying, while you were promising Jasmine rings, you had another one too?" Kirk, cornered and visibly sweating, denied it at first. Man, that picture don't prove nothing. Y'all know how people make stuff up? But his defensiveness only made things worse. That's when the shocking reveal hit. A leaked text thread, allegedly between Kirk and Jasmine, surfaced online. In the messages, Kirk appeared to reassure Jasmine during their affair. "Kirk, she'll never leave. She's too invested, don't worry." Jasmine, "So what are we doing then?" "Kirk, you know what I want. If it comes to it, you'll be my wife." The texts lit up the internet like wildfire. Fans cried betrayal, some blasting Jasmine for entertaining the messages, others raging at Kirk for his manipulation. One viral Tweet read, Rasheeda was at home raising his kids while this man was out here promising Jasmine a ring and mocking her loyalty. He's trash. But the chaos escalated even further when audio leaked allegedly recorded by someone close to Jasmine. In the clip, Kirk's voice could be heard, low and angry. If Rasheeda keeps pushing me, I'll sign the papers. And me, Jasmine, that's the plan. The audio shook fans to their core. Was this proof that Kirk really meant to leave Rasheeda behind? Social media exploded with fury. The hashtags #team, RASHEEDA, and #Kirk the Manipulator trending worldwide on set. Rasheeda was inconsolable. Castmates rushed to comfort her, but she was done holding back. In an emotional outburst, she shouted, "He told me I was the only one. He told me Jasmine was a mistake. And now I find out he was planning a whole new life." Her tears turned into anger. Do you know how many times I sat in interviews defending this man? How many times I told fans to believe in us? And this is what he was doing. The energy on set turned explosive. Even young Jock, who usually played peacemaker, looked disgusted, bro. That's foul. Even for you. But the biggest twist came when Jasmine herself was cornered. Rumors swirled that she knew about the proposal all along, and when pressed, she refused to deny it. With cameras rolling, she smirked and said, "Y'all act like Kirk ain't been making promises to everybody. He said what he said." Her words were like gasoline on fire. Fans erupted. Some accused her of being smug. Others claimed she was finally exposing the truth. One TikTok clip of Jasmine's smirk, captioned "She knew," racked up millions of views overnight. Meanwhile, insiders whispered that Rasheeda's revelation had opened the floodgates. A former associate of Kirk's came forward, claiming he had seen Kirk out with multiple women while still married. Jasmine wasn't the first, and she won't be the last, he alleged. Kirk's been playing Rasheeda for years. The betrayal narrative grew darker. This wasn't just a scandal about one affair. It was a pattern, a trail of broken promises, manipulation, and lies. And then another shocking leak dropped. A voice note allegedly from Jasmine hit the blogs. In it, she bragged to a friend, "He told me if he divorces Rasheeda, I get the house. He said I'd be the one living that Frost life." The internet went ballistic. Was Kirk really dangling home's wealth and marriage to Jasmine while Rasheeda was still fighting for her family? Fans demanded answers, bombarding Kirk's socials with comments like, "You betrayed the queen and Rasheeda deserves so much better." By now, the cast was divided. Carly and Sierra backed Rasheeda completely, urging her to walk away. Others whispered that maybe she had known more than she admitted and stayed anyway. The tension between castmates was so high that production reportedly shut down filming for the day, and just when everyone thought it couldn't get messier. A gossip site dropped a chilling teaser. "We have receipts that prove Kirk didn't just propose to Jasmine, he gave her a ring." Receipts dropping soon. The cliffhanger left fans stunned. Did Kirk really go so far as to put a ring on Jasmine's finger while married to Rasheeda? And if so, how long had this been hidden from the cameras? The betrayal was no longer just about threats, it was about evidence. Real, tangible proof that could shatter Rasheeda's marriage forever. And the world waited, holding its breath for the next drop. The fallout from Rasheeda's bombshell confession and the leaked receipts spread faster than wildfire. Within hours, the entire love and hip-hop community, Atlanta gossip blogs, and even mainstream outlets were dissecting every word, every clip, and every blurred photo of Kirk's alleged betrayal. Twitter timelines turned into battlefields. Supporters rallied around Rasheeda, flooding her posts with love and encouragement. One fan tweeted, "She gave him loyalty, he gave her humiliation. Rasheeda deserves better than Kirk Frost." Another viral post said, "The fact that this man threatened divorce and proposed to Jasmine is the lowest of the low." The hashtag Hashtag Team Rasheeda soared to #1 worldwide. Meanwhile, Kirk's name was dragged through the mud. Hashtag Kirk exposed trended with ruthless memes, some showing him kneeling with a ring box captioned, "Will you be my wife? Until Rasheeda forgives me again." TikTok creators made montages of his past scandals, overlaying them with Rasheeda's tearful confession. And fans stitched their own angry reactions in disbelief. But the reactions weren't just online. Celebrities jumped into the conversation too. Tamar Braxton went live on Instagram, visibly upset. "Rasheeda been through hell with this man, and now we hearing he proposed to Jasmine. That ain't no mistake. That's betrayal, okay?" Michelle tweeted cryptically, "Told y'all there? Fairy tale wasn't what it seemed." Even Cardi B weighed in, posting under a Shade Room clip, "This is why women gotta know their worth." Fans in Atlanta took it even further. Reports surfaced of people pulling up outside the boutique Rasheeda owns just to show support. Videos circulated of women chanting, "We love you, Rasheeda," outside the store, turning the scandal into a public demonstration of loyalty. But Kirk wasn't without defenders. A small pocket of supporters argued that Rasheeda should have left years ago and that she knew who Kirk was. One controversial blogger posted, "At this point, Rasheeda is complicit. She stays after all this. She can't play victim anymore." The backlash was immediate. Fans dragged the blogger for blaming the victim and insisted the issue was Kirk's betrayal, not Rasheeda's resilience. And then came the wildest fan debate. Jasmine. Some painted her as a homewrecker who knowingly entertained Kirk's promises. Others claimed she was just another pawn in Kirk's manipulative game. One viral TikTok showed Jasmine's infamous smirk during filming with the caption, "This ain't the face of surprise. This the face of someone who already knew." Comments flooded in, "She been knew." The industry response was just as brutal. VH1 insiders allegedly worried the scandal could overshadow the show itself. One source claimed, "We knew Kirk's drama would always bring ratings, but this is nuclear." Rasheeda finally said what fans have suspected for years. The backlash is bigger than production expected. Some even speculated that producers might lean into the chaos, stretching the scandal into an entire season arc. Meanwhile, Atlanta gossip blogs feasted. The blogs posted daily updates, teasing new receipts and stirring the pot. Funky Deneva blasted Kirk in a fiery rant. "How you gon' sit up here disrespecting a woman who held you down through every damn scandal? Rasheeda should have been left you when you had them papers in your hand." Even outside hip-hop circles, the story made waves. Entertainment Tonight covered the confession as one of reality TV's most shocking betrayals, while TMZ ran the headline, "Kirk Frost's alleged proposal to Jasmine sends Rasheeda into meltdown." But the most chilling reaction came from fans dissecting the hacker leaks. When the blurred photo of Kirk at dinner with the mystery woman dropped, speculation went wild. Threads popped up on Reddit analyzing jewelry, nail polish, and even the shape of the woman's hairline. One Redditor claimed, "That ain't Jasmine, that's someone new. Kirk's been at this longer than we thought." The post gained thousands of upvotes, fueling the theory that Kirk's betrayals went far beyond Jasmine. And then the hackers themselves returned with another cryptic post. "The receipts you've seen are crumbs. The cake is coming." He gave Jasmine a ring, but she wasn't the only one. The internet imploded. Did Kirk actually hand out rings like empty promises? Was Jasmine one of many? Fans were left dizzy, trying to process the possibility that Kirk's betrayal was deeper, darker, and more elaborate than anyone imagined. As the dust settled, the reactions converged on one chilling truth. If Rasheeda's confession and the current leaks were just the beginning, then the next revelation could completely obliterate not just her marriage, but Kirk's entire reputation on and off the show. And fans weren't just waiting for more. They were demanding it, just when fans thought the betrayal had reached its peak. The most explosive twist yet shook Atlanta and the entire love and hip-hop community. The hacker group that had already leaked Kirk's alleged proposal messages and audio clips returned with a message that sent chills across the internet. The ring wasn't just for Jasmine. He gave another one too. Receipts. Incoming. Minutes later, they dropped a blurred image of what appeared to be a jewelry receipt Kirk's name, the date, and the purchase of 2 diamond rings, one allegedly for Jasmine, and another for someone else. The revelation detonated across social media. Fans screamed betrayal on a level nobody saw coming. If true, Kirk hadn't just dangled Jasmine as an escape, he had potentially proposed to multiple women. While still married to Rasheeda, Rasheeda's reaction caught on set was devastating. With tears streaming down her face, she whispered, "So all this time I thought it was just Jasmine. But there was someone else too. While I was at home holding everything together, he was out here promising a future to other women. I can't even breathe right now." Her words echoed through the studio like a funeral bell for her marriage. Castmates erupted in chaos. Carly Red screamed across the room, "Who is she, Kirk? It's the other one." Sierra covered her mouth in shock. Even Jock, usually quick to crack a joke, muttered darkly, "This man is out here building a whole sister-wife situation." But Kirk stayed stone-faced. He mumbled, "Y'all don't know the whole story." His refusal to deny it made things worse. Fans online dragged him ruthlessly. "If Kirk ain't guilty, why he quiet?" Another tweet with 1 million views said Rasheeda held him down for decades and he's out here buying rings like they on clearance. The betrayal narrative shifted into something more sinister. If Kirk was juggling multiple women with promises of marriage, was his entire relationship with Rasheeda nothing more than a performance for the cameras? Was the family man brand just a facade to keep his businesses afloat while he lived? A double life. Then came the darkest twist. A gossip site posted what they claimed was a voice note from Jasmine herself, allegedly recorded months ago. In it, Jasmine could be heard saying, "He told me if Rasheeda ever leaves, it's me. I know he said the same thing to someone else. I ain't the only one he promised." The voice note ripped through the fandom like fire. Jasmine, the supposed chosen one, admitting she wasn't even exclusive in Kirk's world. It was betrayal stacked on betrayal. Fans began speculating wildly about the identity of the mysterious other woman. Some pointed to a former cast member. Others believed it was someone completely off camera, hidden from the public. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Some claiming Kirk had been living a double family life all along, and through it all, Rasheeda sat in silence, her heartbreak written all over her face. Finally, she broke, saying in a trembling voice, "I don't know who my husband really is anymore, and maybe I never did." That single line became the most quoted moment of the season. Fans posted it everywhere, pairing it with photos of Rasheeda crying, captioned, "She deserves peace, not pain." But the cliffhanger didn't end there. The hackers posted one last cryptic message before disappearing again. "You've seen the rings. Next you'll see the receipts of the woman who still wears hers." The internet lost its mind. Was there another woman still out there wearing Kirk's ring? Did Rasheeda just discover she wasn't only betrayed by Jasmine, but by someone completely unexpected? The Frost Empire now stands on the edge of total collapse. Rasheeda's confession, Kirk's silence, Jasmine's smirk, and the hackers' threats have turned this scandal into the darkest chapter yet. And fans are left with one terrifying question. If Jasmine wasn't the only one, then who is the woman still wearing Kirk Frost's ring? And now the truth is out in the open, but the scars are only getting deeper. Rasheeda's heartbreaking confession, Kirk's alleged threats of divorce, Jasmine's role in the scandal, and now the shocking receipt of not one but 2 rings. It feels like the Frost Empire is hanging by a single thread. What started as whispers has exploded into one of the most jaw-dropping love and hip hop betrayals of all time. But the real question is, where does this go from here? Was Jasmine really Kirk's only secret? Or has another woman been hiding in the shadows this entire time, quietly wearing the ring he promised? Was Rasheeda's marriage ever truly safe? Or was it built on ultimatums, secrets, and lies from the very beginning? And if Kirk really gave another ring away, who is brave enough to step forward and confirm it? Fans are already split. Some say Rasheeda should finally walk away and rebuild her peace. Others believe she'll hold on, no matter how deep the betrayal cuts, because that's the Rasheeda we've seen for years, resilient, loyal, and unshakable even when her world is collapsing. But after this revelation, even her strongest supporters are asking, how much more can she endure? Now it's over to you. Do you think Rasheeda should finally leave Kirk for good? Do you believe Jasmine when she says she wasn't the only one? And who do you think the mystery woman wearing the second ring could be? Drop your theories in the comments right now, because this storm